Hey, we landed. Woo, little robots. Okay, now, the very first mission you saw was very much the tutorial mission. This still has some tutorial in it, but we are going to do our best to see if we can work our way through this. I'm going to fast forward bits that are pointless, should we say, where we're just kind of waiting for things to happen. Just because I just don't see the point, if we're being honest. A lot of it we don't need to just sit there and watch. Here we go. So the first thing obviously is food. We need food. So we are building ourselves a sheep farm. Now, a sheep farm is a way to get food when there are no sheep, when there are no fish. And the only problem is it does take a lot of space. Now you can automatically place the pastures down. Et voila, there they are. Or you can manually change them if you wish. And he will just create meat for your workers. Now this is the advice. This will tell you what it is you need to do and not do. Gives you advice. If you're not sure what it is you're doing, then it's always good to have a quick look at that, because there will always be a reason to do things. So I put a stone mason and I put a tree cutter. I find that the roads can't go short distances, and I make a path, and now on their way. I decide to go for 3 workers. And let's start expanding the borders, because we're much more open now to pretty much do what we want. The mission for this is simply build a monument. So the way to kind of search the monument and find out what it is you need, is to look at it, find out what you need, and then work backwards from that. There we go, we've expanded downwards. We'll have another little hut there, and we'll have a tree planter right next to the tree cutter. Have a load of trees. That will then give us an endless supply of wood. You can't do that with the stone, which is a shame, because the stone can run out quite easily. But basically, for the monument, you need a variety of stuff. At the moment we are looking for iron, and we are looking for coal. Now I have noticed that people like to take the stone crafter up the top there. He has filled his lot with stone and stopped working. Now that's no good, because sometimes we're going to need more than 4 stone at a time. And rather than him constantly be sent out to create the stone when we need it, we will build ourselves a storage plot. Within the storage plot, you can actually choose what will be stored there. And I highly recommend that you have a storage plot that just stores stone, wood, planks and wood logs. And energy. Those 4 items are probably the most needed. So what that will then let you do is it will let you store them for the future so that when you build something, you're not reliant on waiting for things to be done. So we now need a mill. We need a sawmill to cut them into planks, because planks are very important in this. I believe the monument requires stone, planks and iron. We do also need a research facility. Now the research facility is what we need in order to create the mines for the iron and the other bits and pieces that we will be needing. So that's what's just been finished, is a workshop. Now, I do it wrong at first. I misread it, and it's just me getting excited over the fact that I've just learned how to research different technologies. And Quabamo, there it goes. Now we can see the coal and the iron are in our sights. So we've got to keep going out. There's the iron, it's underground. So, we now need to choose a research. Now I read that just as construction 1, not construction speed 1. And that is my mistake. That's where I'm wrong. I also take a little while to realise how to actually get it to work. Yes, you have to push start research. It's stupid, I know, but there you go. It then tells you what it is you need. 10 stone, 10 planks. So they will create that for me until I realise that actually I don't need that. It's nice to have it, but it's completely the wrong thing that I needed. There's my sawmill. It's all made. I can also choose to prioritise anything I wish, and prioritising is good because sometimes when you haven't got a store of anything, the materials could be used up on buildings before they get to the one you need the most. So it is definitely worth making sure that you prioritise things as and when you need them. Now let's see him turn them into planks. Wow, look at him go. He's got a lathe. You can make a walking stick or a table leg, but I'm not sure he's going to make planks that way. But I'm not going to argue with him. There you go. There are the planks. I do not know how he makes those planks using that lathe, but he does. Well done. So, we need to expand this way because we need the iron and we need the coal. So see, this thing's still on its way. And I like the way that you can actually see how much it's done as well. So you can see kind of what is needed. There's nothing much going on down south. We don't really need to do much else. So we just leave that. As you can see, we've done all the stone we need. It is literally just the planks. So I prioritise it in case the planks are going elsewhere because we need the planks. You can see research construction 1. The research is complete, yay! So we go in to choose our next research. And we know we need mining. So I'm like, okay, let's do mining 1. That is important because we cannot build an iron mine without that. So it is important, I'm not going to argue. It takes 20 planks this time. So our old probably should have made a second one to speed that up a little bit. See, I take a look at all the iron down the bottom. And you see, it's still saying there, you can see it flagged up. It still says I need construction 1 in a building. So I'm now confused because I'm not exactly sure what I've done. And there I can see that it says construction speed 1. So now construction speed, and now I realise where it is. So I've now got to do scaffolding and stonemasonry to get the one I need. So I cancel the mining. It was a stupid thing to do because frankly, I should have just let it done mining. I needed mining anyway. But construction is more important because I can't build some of the stuff I require without it. Our watchtower's been built. There we go. Oh, look, we need one more, and that'll expand where we need it to go. So let's put that there very nicely. And it's at 50%. I have a look at some of the other things that are there. There are some nice things like cobbled roads and things. They're very nice. Science and industry. So we then choose the top one. And at this point, I decide to build myself my storage unit. Now, I mentioned it just now because honestly, that was what I thought I had built. Because it was fast, I wasn't paying attention. It doesn't really matter. It goes here. There it is. Now, you can build a small or a large. I went for the large. I think it's worth doing small. Like, for example, you could do a small planks in between 2 sawmills that just takes the planks. Because that way, they will just keep producing planks until that storage unit is full. And then you have a little backup of planks in case you need them for research, etc. So, got the first one, and my plan originally is I know I need iron ore, so I add the iron ore to it, and I know I need coal because those are the things I'm going to be mining. So I don't particularly want the mines to just stop halfway because they've filled up their quarries. This way they will just continue to mine until that's full, and that's more important. So, we need to build a mine shaft. We need construction. Woo, here we go. And yep, as you can gather, it's the planks that's the bottleneck. But here we go. Go ahead. And the good thing about construction is because it needs stone, it actually allows us to not focus too much on just the planks. I then also decided to build a second forester just so that there's a lot more wood flying around because the wood was quite slow getting to the sawmill, which is part of the bottleneck problem. So I've dealt with that. And it's flowing. It's coming along nicely. And the research is complete. There we go. The entire construction part 1 is built. But I do need mining. And I probably should have finished that the first time. So we go back in, mining 1. Let's get this done properly now. Stop being a prick about it. And now we have construction 1. We can actually build some of the buildings we need as support. First of all, we need to upgrade one of these buildings. The mines require level 2 power. And as such, we need a level 2 house. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because this is what I'm saying about all of kind of the backup and doing the research for what you're building. Now, I've left it on it so we can see, there it is, see? It's a nicer building, nicer created. There you go, it's very nice. And when you click on what it needs, You see, when you construction 2, if we're going to upgrade it, it took me a while to realise, but when you click on what you actually need to create the energy, oh no, he needs booze. We don't have booze. The food and the water's not a problem, but we have no alcohol. So now we now need alcohol. So you take a look at what it is you need, and you need an orchard, which takes a lot of space. And I decide I want to build it over here because this is where I'm going to need it. This is where there's a lot more space as well, so I'm going to build it over here. So I build it there. And as always, you need to do the path. And you also have to do something to do something with the apples, which is a cider press. So I stick the cider press right by the apples, so that way they will just take it straight there. That is the most important. Speed it up a little bit, and you have to place 10 orchards. Now they are massive, absolutely massive. So I was glad I put it here, because I don't know there would necessarily have been space down the bottom. Place a bunch more trees now that I've got 2 woodcutters. And we're just waiting for it now because there's not much else we have to do. You see, this is what I was saying about the bottleneck of materials. Basically, some of the materials that we're needing to build these are actually materials that are needed in the research as well. So they're taking a little bit of time to get here. There it is. It is a very nice building, I will say. It's a proper stone cider press. Now, I don't want to ask why robots need alcohol. I'm assuming that Futurama fans, maybe? There's all my apple trees. Look at all of them. Don't they look lovely? They look lovely. So now they will create the alcohol that's needed, which will then make him create level 2 energy. Apples created. Oh, there goes the cider. Look at it all go. Oh, how cool is that? So we're just waiting for mining to be researched. And then we can build our mine. And we are on our way. So I decide I'm going to start the path. And as you can see, I have a quick look at the small monument. It is literally just the iron that we need. I make a mistake. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't fully paying attention. As you may have noticed with this, it's not something I do very well. I don't pay a great amount of attention. But I don't notice the kind of mine that the coal is down the bottom. There you go. The mining research is complete. Now, I'm having a quick look just to see what I need to make the iron, and you need a blast furnace. So I think, right, well, I might as well put the blast furnace down now and then build the mines, because I'm going to need the blast furnace to make the iron. So, now we can build a mine. Now you have to look out for an entry. I decided to change that to level 2 energy because I suddenly realised that he's going to make 4 and then leave it. Whereas if I put it in there, they'll just fill that up with level 4 energy, level 2 energy. So that'll make a lot in preparation. You see, they're taking it there already. So that tells you what it will do. I cannot find out where I need to put it for the coal, and that is a big mistake for me. I build a tree cutter so that I can cut the trees down, thinking that's where I need to put it. There you go, you can see the little entryway there, and it creates this. You can see the difference there. So we build that. And we do ourselves a little path. And it just needs some planks. In a way, I like the way all the buildings are very basic structures and then they get built into what they are. Whereas the mine shaft, it's just a mine shaft, that's it. So, I cut down the trees, here we go. Here comes some planks. See, I make him cut down the trees that are in the way. The trees that I think are in the way. And I was wrong. Now, for anyone who immediately saw that as a above ground mine, well done. I didn't. It takes me a while, and this bit's embarrassing to leave in, but I'm not going to cut it. I literally could not work out what I needed to do. I could not see where I was supposed to put the mine or how it was going to work. I do even try and move in the apples. And then I realise, actually, maybe it's not that. I'm getting to cut more trees down anyway that are in the way, just because you can't hurt. It can't hurt. And you see there, if you click on it, it does tell you a surface mine, very clearly, a surface mine. So annoying. And I can do a level 2, which allows me to do a bunch of other stuff. So, let's put our level 2 right on the coal, so it knows what it is we want him to do. And that's it now. That is literally it. There you go. The mine shaft is now built, so he will now continue to get iron out of there using level 2. We have the blast furnace is now just sitting waiting for coal. So once the coal is built, oh there you go, we've got some more stone this side as well, because that will help. We're running out of stone. You can see they're already storing the iron in the store, which is great. So that once the blast furnace is up and running, it will have some ready to go. There won't be a little backup. We put a normal mine here just to mine the stone, because stone is running low. And we don't want the guy to have to walk all the way here, if he even does. I don't know if he does. And there you go. There you go, my surface mine is done. He will now get the iron. And there it goes into the blast furnace. Look at all the smoke. Wow, yeah. Let's ruin the atmosphere, shall we? Oh, chunking it out. Okay, so now we have everything we need. Let's do our monument. And then this level is over. I'm not sure where to put it at first. Then I decide I'm going to put it next to the ship. That's the best place to put it, right next to our ship. Plant it there, boof, and here we go. And now that's it. We now just need to wait for the iron, the planks, and the logs, the iron, the planks, and the stone to make their way, and for the thing to be finished. So let's now sit and watch this happen. Here we go. So you can see it all arrive. Now, obviously that was partly why I've been storing things in different places, just so I make sure that I have enough stuff. The planks were straight away. The iron's coming along nicely, because of the positioning of everything, I think. The stone is the biggest problem, because that's the other side of the map, really, but he's doing his thing, that's not a problem. Oh, nearly there. There we go. And one more. Pop. Ready? There it is. Looks like a duck. But the mission is complete. Now I speed it up just to get round. But there we go. That is the game, and they're all doing their own little thing in the background. Now, the thing I will say about this game, if you're choosing to play it, is there's no open realm where you can just go and play and just do whatever you want. That doesn't exist. Technically, every level has a mission. Now, I got gold. I completed that in 7 months, 14 days. I believe it's 9 months is silver. But there we go. That's the mission 2 done. Now, it splits into creative and fighting. I'm going to stick on the creative route for now, so keep an eye out for that video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.